and today we are making a seagull, needle felted seagull again. And what's the point? What's the reason to make seagull? I can answer this question that for me it is a great souvenir when you travel to the sea. And seagull, it is the bird that associated with the sea. And I like making seagulls and give like little presents from the sea. So now let's try to make it. It's quite fast, quickly to make, and it is very cute, very beautiful, and it's absolute. So you can't be mistaken if you give a seagull that this is about the sea and marine landscape. So okay, let's get started. I don't know why, but seagull was not a central symbol in Greek mythology like an eagle or swan. But anyway, it held an important place in the part of this maritime landscape. So first, you know that I take a needle number. This is a needle number 36. Look, it is quite thick. Compare. So this one is thinner. It is number 38, and this is number 36. And I create the form, the shape of a seagull. You know that wool, it is very, very flexible material, very flexible. Not like plastiline, for example, like clay, but anyway. And it is not fragile at all. So we made this shape. So it is very seagullish. And don't forget to turn. Yeah, so you stabbed a bit, yeah, and then carefully tear and turn, and again, and continue. When you want to make it denser or thicker, I advise you to do it with a very little quantity of wool, with the thin layers, because these thin layers, when we step thin layers, so they will be flawless and really quickly to step, quickly to create. When you use a lot of wool at once, it takes time to stab it into, and also it takes time to hide this seams, yeah, so these connections of wool. And we continue. And you know that anyway, so we don't, for example, we know exactly that owl, it is the bird of Athens, and eagle, it is the bird of Zeus. Yeah, for example, we don't have exact descriptions and images of a seagull, but anyway, so we often have Poseidon with some white noisy birds. So anyway, so the symbol of a seagull goes to ancient time, and you know that since ancient times the seagull has been associated with traveling anyway, with voyages and with freedom. But it was also a sign of a nearby land and return home. Yeah, so returning home. And you know that later, maybe so in Roman times, so seagull became a symbol of returning home, and it became the bird of hope and the bird of, on the other hand, the bird of anxiety. Yeah, so it is a bird of, you know, that this noise that so gain and anxiety. Yeah, so this seagull noise. Okay, so you know that in modern interpretation, of course, so we often associate seagull with memory, with exile, with return, and again with freedom, but tinged with solitude. And you know, so it, how much, so I think that it takes us about 5 minutes to create this main shape of a seagull. And now, of course, it's very important to create the beak. You know, you can make an orange beak, or red one. You know, maybe today I'm going to make an orange one because, you know, I like how orange matches with the turquoise color. And, you know, I want to add some Montenegrin landscape, and of course Montenegro, it is turquoise Adriatic, so this is the Adriatic Sea, and look how these two colors match perfectly together. So you know that they shows the best sides of each other, and you know I really like the match. Well, you know, I think that it's quite sunny and it's better. Okay, and now so let's make an orange beak. And it's not difficult at all, but first you just make a triangle, this rectangle. Yeah, so just, but be careful, tear and stab. You can turn and stab. So you know that we have this white part, but anyway, so we can add a bit, just a bit, and continue to make beak. It's very good when beak is quite dense and thick. It looks nice. And I bend this beak. How I do this, so I just stab here at the edge and bend, so it became hooked. Later I remove this fluffiness that's at the edge of the beak, but now, so look, we have this bird. And again, so it is a bit fluffy, but it takes, I will use thinner needle like this to smooth the surface. And now so we have orange beak, and we have a turquoise sea. It's very thin here, and I add a bit of wool here. And I make the house gray house. Oh, it's too bright. So I add another gray. this. Then I make orange tile roof. You know, I can't read the comments and the chats, so please I'm sorry that I ignored, you know, that I will look through and find this. I'm so sorry. You know that, so blogging and communication, it's not my very strong, and I'm not very good at it yet, but, you know, I'm so grateful that you send messages and some response. I will check it. I promise. I promise. I'm so sorry. So this is a cypress. Cypress. And now let's make a wing, and I am going to make it white, and I step the wing on the seagull, and so you know that at once I smoothen the surface and make a wing, and on the edge of the wing I add some gray wool like this. I want to hide the image here. So it won't be so obvious that there is an image of a Montenegro under the wing. And again, so make volume. And now I take a very thin. You know, I can't say that I'm busy, but yes, I'm busy, but you know, not very good communicating skill. I'm so sorry. And can you see this seam? Yes, it's visible and it is quite rough, and I want to remove it. And to remove it, I add a bit of wool like this. Oh, very, very tiny. And with this quantity of wool, we will hide the seam, and it will be absolutely flawless, seamless. Okay, it's almost ready, so it's about 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you my seagull collection that I've made this week. And yeah, you can see me a bit later, maybe in 3 minutes, I guess. And now, you know, I want to make an eye, so I make it black, like this. And so this is the eye, and some blink here at the corner of the eye, here, and some blush. I like to make blush, and you know that this is my favorite part. And for me, it is very fast and very cute present. And now I take thin needle number 38 and stab all the surface. Remove the fluffiness. And remove all disadvantages. And you know, fluffy and awkward seagull, sometimes it's very nice, sometimes it's very cute, but if you want to make it very durable, so make it very, very thick and well stabbed, so neat. And what do you need for this? You need just stab, so it is just a matter of stabs. Stab by stab you'll make perfect, smooth, neat toy or decoration. I made several for New Year decoration that hang on a wire, very thin wire. And you know that, you know, I just wanted to remind that seagull is used, so the image of a seagull is used in the poetry. For example, George Gordon Byron, yes, our Lord Byron. You know that this is especially palpable in the works of Byron when he writes about the sea. And you know, there is a Russian poet, Nikolai Mayorov. So he was born and lived all his life in St. Petersburg. He died in 2020 because of coronavirus. And he wrote so wonderful rhymes about seagulls and St. Petersburg, about the Neva River and the Baltic Sea, and it was very, very nice poems about sea and seagulls, so I really love. So let's sum up that seagull, it is the image of sea, of a voyage, of a freedom, but tinged with solitude. And seagull is so it's me. This is me. And you know that seagull is image of exile, of a home, of returning home, and a way it is a symbol of a homesick. And very, very nice, very nice symbol. And now it is quite awkward, fluffy bird. And you know that this is Montenegro under the wing. And you know that I made some seagulls. So first it is a notebook, and it's a seagull with some golden decorations, and Montenegro. Yes, and I like this notebook. I think it is very, very special, and it's absolutely unique. It is not a taken idea, so I just experimented and made this, and I think it's very nice. Then this is a seagull, can be a decoration for a Christmas tree with a pearl on a wire. Then this is bigger one with legs, red, big and visible Montenegro landscape. Then then this is with a scarf. So you know, kids like these seagulls. So how is it in India? You know, it's quite hot in Montenegro and I suffer from heat. What's the weather? What's the weather in India? I agree. I believe that a lot of nice places in India, and you know that I will definitely come one day and see India. I think that it's an incredible country. I've never been to India, but one day I will. And so, I hope that this live was very useful to make a seagull. And I want to try seagull with these threads. It's interesting. Thanks for sharing, thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing where are you from. And try to create felting. No, I have never seen. I of course I've seen in pictures on internet, but in real no. I have never been to India. But once I lived in a family in London, and these people were from India. Their parents were from India, and they lived in London. And you know that they kept this Indian culture, Hindi culture, and they had marriage in this tradition. And it was very, very interesting to tell about this Indian tradition with them. I don't know really, because now it's very, I'm so overwhelmed with everything and really don't know about India. But I know exactly that one day I will. And now, thanks for watching. I hope it will be useful. And please, if you have any questions, any comments about my felting, about wool, or if you repeat this seagull at home, you will make seagull made of wool, or maybe you knit, or maybe you will make of felt fabric. Please share it, show me the result. I would be very grateful, and I would appreciate this. And thank you in advance. And thank you for watching, for joining, for your interest in felting, and see you soon. Bye bye.